Everybody loves to see a goal scored from a well-worked corner, as long as it's not against your club. But sometimes it's a bit tricky to cut through the chaos in the penalty area and see exactly what takes place that leads to the goal. In this video, we're going to look at 5 corner kicks from the Premier League that all resulted in goals during the 25-26 season. And there is something you need to understand. This is not about luck. Each goal comes from clear planning, clever movement, and intelligent use of space. As we go through each example, pay attention to 3 things: movement, screens, and timing. Let's start with number 1. Manchester United over Tottenham. De Ligt scores in stoppage time, 96 minutes. This goal comes in the dying moments of the match. United have an in-swinging corner from the left delivered by Bruno Fernandes. Tottenham are defending with a hybrid system, part zonal, part man marking, and plenty of United players have made their way into or around the box for this, including their keeper. Even so, Spurs actually have the numbers here. United's plan is to send almost every attacker towards the near post. This is not random, it's classic diversion tactics. It forces the Spurs man markers to follow their players, which creates heavy congestion in this area. But this is of course not where the ball is going to be played. Fernandes is going to drop the ball neatly towards the far post. De Ligt starts by running along with everybody else. He demonstrates his attention to move towards the ball and get somewhere around the near post. Then, at the key moment, he checks his run and spins towards the back post. This happens exactly when all attention is on the near post. As a result, De Ligt is completely free. But he's not the only man making some smart moves from United. Luke Shaw plays a crucial role here. He holds his position at the back post and screens the defenders. He's not trying to score. He's got no intention of getting a foot or his head to the ball. He's sacrificing any opportunity he might have to protect the space for De Ligt. With him there and the heavy congestion created by the runs towards the near post, there is no way a Spurs man is getting in between De Ligt and the ball. Typical of Bruno Fernandes, the cross is accurate and ends up right where it needs to be. Now, all De Ligt has got to do is get up high and meet the ball with a powerful header, which is exactly what he does. The goalkeeper gets a hand to it, but there's too much power, and it flies past him right into the back of the net. A great goal that salvaged a point for United in the league. Number 2, Aston Villa over Bournemouth. Ross Barkley in the 77th minute. Another great goal here, which was part of a solid 4-0 win from Villa over Bournemouth. Villa find themselves quite heavily outnumbered in the box here against Bournemouth, with only 6 players forward against 10 defenders. So coordination is key here. Chaos is not going to bring things their way. Focus on this trio: Sancho, Barkley, and Pau Torres. They start in a very tight cluster, and this alone creates uncertainty for the defenders. Now, Torres is the one positioned closest to the goal, and he's well known for his aerial ability. So he's obviously target for the corner, right? Not quite. All 3 players sprint towards the 6-yard box together. This movement destabilizes the defensive line and creates confusion among the defenders. Now, the key detail. As the ball is about to be delivered, Torres checks his run and moves back towards Digne. Of course, his marker knows the danger that Torres presents, so he follows him, and that is a crucial error. It immediately opens up space right by the near post. That space belongs to none other than Ross Barkley, the man who is in the middle of the attacking trio. Digne delivers the ball perfectly over Torres and drops it right by the near post zone, for the ready, willing and hungry Barkley. We get a lovely glancing header from Barkley, who sends the ball past the keeper and towards the far post, where the keeper can't do a damn thing about it. It's harder than it looks to pull off, but Barkley makes it look simple. As a side note, check out also Villa's insurance policy. We got 2 players attacking the back post for any second balls that might rattle around in the 6-yard box. They're not needed this time around, but you never know for the future. Unai thinks of everything. Number 3, Newcastle over Everton. Malik Thiaw in the first minute. Malik Thiaw got himself a brace in this Newcastle win over Everton, and this goal comes in the very first minute of the game. Newcastle managed to get themselves a very early corner here, and Everton went straight into a deep zonal block inside the 6-yard box. Newcastle see the need to disrupt that and find themselves some open space. So how did they manage it? First, we have this large cluster of players here that set themselves up between the penalty spot and the back post. As the ball is played, Joelinton leads this group in an attacking move towards the near post. From this, Newcastle create even more congestion, but in the zone that they want it in, and they signal an intent on where they want to attack. In the same moment, Barnes and Voltemade also move towards the near post, but they take a different route. They run behind the goal line and cross the keeper's eye line. So they are joining the attack, signaling the intent, but also making Pickford feel a little uncomfortable. While all this is going on, Lewis Hall makes an unusual curved run away from goal. While the other attackers seem intent on getting closer to the near post, Hall makes it clear he wants to be as far away from it as he can be in the time he has. This movement distracts zonal defenders and pulls them away from the near post, where every other attacker is rushing to get to. And as a bonus, it also protects against a counter-attack if things go wrong. Smart detail. Now look at Malik Thiaw. He attacks the gap between 2 zonal defenders. Those defenders are James Tarkowski and Michael Keane. Tarkowski is a bit too short to claim the ball and it sails over him, while Keane is just a bit too far away to do anything of use. Thiaw has found the perfect spot where neither defender can really deal with the ball. Thiaw heads it goalwards, the zone is overcrowded, the goalkeeper can't move, goal in the first minute. But don't worry Everton, the rest of the match goes really well for you guys. Number 4, Fulham over Burnley. Smith Rowe in the 9th minute. Rowe gets a goal early in this one, which Fulham managed to win 3-2. Again, we have a situation where the defending team have quite the numerical superiority, with 6 attackers and the whole Burnley team in the box. This time, it's an outswinging corner from the left. Burnley see this and think they can set themselves up with a bit of a high line, but as we will see, this is quite the blunder. Kenny Tet makes a perfectly timed movement. He starts between the keeper and a defender, but as Wilson starts his run up to deliver the ball, Tet slyly slips in behind the defender. Now, that defender is prevented from getting into the ball's trajectory as it slips in close to the goal. Meanwhile, Smith Rowe starts completely unmarked, probably because Burnley just don't see him as the main threat. And spoiler alert, that's a big mistake. Rowe times his run to perfection and arrives right in front of the goal, just as the ball is getting there, still completely unmarked. Also, take note, everybody else stays out of the box. They know that this is Rowe's movement because it's a well-worked routine. This keeps the area clean, no clutter, no confusion, and Rowe doesn't have too much to do once he gets there. The delivery is low, Smith Rowe just taps it in. It looks simple, like Rowe just decided he wanted to go score and then went and did it, but in reality, it's a fully pre-planned routine from the whole team. Number 5, Liverpool over Brighton. Ekitike in the 60th minute. This was Ekitike's second goal in this match, and he was the only man who scored, giving Liverpool a 2-0 victory over Brighton. Here, we have Salah providing an in-swinging corner from the right. Liverpool set themselves up with 7 players in the box, and most of them get themselves up nice and close to the far post, making clear this is where they want to attack. Brighton respond by flooding the 6-yard box with 7 of their own players, keeping another 3 just outside. Before the kick, you can see communication between players, most notably Konate and the eventual goal scorer Ekitike. With this and what happens next, we know this is not improvised. This is a well-rehearsed set piece about to take place. Konate makes a run right as the ball is played. He drives towards the middle of the box and manages to take 2 defenders with him. Firstly, he gets his own original marker, but then also manages to pull Ekitike's marker away as well, leaving the striker completely unmarked. We now have 2 defenders pulled away from the far post, right where Liverpool have heaped up their own attackers. We also see Van Dijk, who starts well away from the target area, make a curved run towards the far post. McAllister and Kirkes also get in on the action. They are both shorter players and so probably have no real intent to get to the ball, but they can still play crucial roles. McAllister blocks the remaining defender while Kirkes disrupts the goalkeeper. The 2 screens work together to ensure maximum space for Ekitike. Now that Konate has drawn away 2 defenders and McAllister and Kirkes provide screens, Ekitike can focus on the ball's trajectory, the timing of his jump, and the finish. Clean, controlled, planned. Again, it's worth noting that Van Dijk and Szoboszlai are positioned behind just in case. Here, it turned out not to be necessary, but they are ready just in case the ball gets played a bit too far or if a second ball needs to be attacked. These 5 goals show the same lesson again and again. Corners are not about chaos. They're about movement, timing, and space manipulation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, let me know which routine impressed you the most in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure you get more analysis action. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Also, a big thank you to Khalil Grad, who provided the analysis for this video. He is a set piece specialist. Go find him on social media or send him an email and say